If your adult child needs a safe space to avoid offensive words, you failed as a fucking parent. If anything in my seminar offends you, blame your parents for raising a pussy.
What's going on, guys? So people said I haven't been making enough scooter content lately, so that's what we're gonna do. But I've decided to take it a step further because I've made a lot of scooter content, but I haven't made any crazy scooter content outside of putting nitrous on a scooter and some other builds that I've done. That being said, I picked up this 2020 scooter behind me thanks to Steven, and we're gonna do something that hasn't been done before. I've never seen anybody do this. I've seen it done on other machines before, but I've never seen it done to one of these. So I am going to be introducing you to the Scoot Sled. That is what I am branding it. That is the name of it. I will be calling it the Scoot Sled. We're going to transform this into a mini snowmobile. You've seen it done on pit bikes, you've seen it done on full-size dirt bikes, but nobody has done it to one of these yet. And I know why. I know why. Because it is very hard to do with the way the CVT is designed. I'm a smart cookie though. So what I am going to do is I have to have a few parts fabricated. Once those parts are fabricated, then I'm going to be releasing that as a kit to you guys. The fabrication kit designed for just quick, simple swap out of parts, and then I'm going to tell you all the other parts I ordered to make this a thing. The idea is to make this as easy as possible for you guys to be able to purchase and install yourself. That's what I'm trying to offer you here, a quick install kit. You will have to buy 2 other pieces, not from me, because it requires the track kit, which is normally Alibaba, Amazon, or eBay that you'll have to get the track kit from. It's a little expensive, but if you want to do this, that's part of it. And the front ski. I'm actually going to be redesigning something that I purchased, but we're just going to test it with the design that I have first that I purchased. So we're going to slap that on the front tire and see how this does with that setup. But first, we got to get this thing running. It's been sitting for 3 years. It's a 2020. It's been sitting for 3 years, hasn't been running. So what we're going to do, tear this thing down real quick. I'm going to get it running, and then we're going to wait for some of these parts to come in, and then we're going to take the CVT apart, and we're going to see what it's going to take to put a snow track system on this, because I've already figured out how to figure out the front tire. I'm pretty sure I have a great idea for the front tire that'll be very simple to start off with and see how things work. And then we're going to finish this up, and because I live in Florida and there's palm trees and stuff out here, well, I'm going to have to drive to a cold state to show you how this is going to work. But this will be the world's first Scoot Sled. So it'll be a scooter snowmobile, and also this is a 50cc version. I'm going to be doing a 50cc, a 125, and a 150cc version for the GY6 engine. So this will pretty much be for the GY6 Chinese owners that own these things. I won't be doing it for Hondas or Yamahas or any of that stuff. We're going to be sticking with the Chinese scooters because they're so cheap and they're everywhere and you can find them, and a lot of people own them and wish they could ride them in the winter season. Well, I'm going to try to make that available to you guys with the Scoot Sled. That's what I've dubbed it, the Scoot Sled. Smash the like button, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff if you like this content. Hopefully this build goes smoothly. I have to get with a few fabricators. First we have to get one version of this working properly, see how things go, and then we'll go from there. So I invite you guys to take this journey with me. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Alright, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all those wonderful things for me if you would. It definitely helps, and it makes me want to keep making content like this. So I picked up this 2020 scooter. It's only got a little over 1,000 miles on it from a guy named Steven. Super cool dude. And this is my first time hooking it up to power and stuff. It barely has any miles. Tires are brand new. It's in really good shape. Bought it for 100 bucks, no title. And because it's a no title scooter, I decided to turn this into a really fun project that has never been done before. And I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of work to make all this idea work that I have. But if it does work, this is going to be super cool for a lot of you guys, and I'm going to try to make this available to all of you. But I think the first thing we need to do is see if we can even get this thing to power up. So I have my jump pack hooked to it. We're going to go ahead and power the jump pack on. It says percentage. Look at that. I got a fuel gauge. That's a plus. That means that things are happening here. Looks like it runs. Let's see if I can turn it over. That's a good sign. Alright, so it's draining my battery pretty fast there. We're going to let that recover for a sec. Yeah, I don't think it's getting fuel though. I can see that. Oh, it is. It's starting to get a little bit of fuel. I can see some minimal fuel going down in there, so that's a plus. Let's see if I can just crank her a few more times. It's getting a lot of fuel now. I don't know how long it's been since this carb had fuel in it. I think we should check for spark. Let's check for spark next. Alright, so I got the spark plug right there. Let's see if we're getting spark. Yeah, solid amount of spark. Okay, so I know we're getting spark, so this is going to come back to probably needing a new carburetor. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm also going to slap a new battery in it. I got a brand new battery. We're going to go ahead and put a new battery in it so that we don't have to keep using the jump pack. I was just doing that to see where we're at with testing. So I know we're getting spark, so we know the CDI is working, we know the kill switch is working, we know that the keys are working, we know it's getting power. So this is going to come back to a fuel related issue, and I'm going to go ahead and assume this thing's been sitting for 2 years, so most likely the gas that's in here is pretty trashed, and I'm going to go ahead and say that this carburetor is probably no good, so we're just going to slap a new carb on it. So let's get hammering out these things, because then we can't really get started on the real project that I have in mind until we get this thing running and driving and make sure everything's working good with it, and then we'll start pouring money into this scooter. I have ideas, folks. Bam! Just change the gas, new carb, new battery. There you go. This thing should start up. There's the old carb. Let's get her going for the first start. This thing should crank. See what she does. It's gonna take a minute to get some gas down to here. There we go. You can see it filling up down there. Now it's got to fill the carburetor up from the float, and then it should fire once the float fills up. There she is. No headlights, huh? Interesting. Tail lights working. So no high beams or low beams. Need a bulb change. Understood. Pretty slow. Definitely needs some modifications. So it's buzzing around. Purring like a kitten. Alright guys, I will see you when the parts come in. It's ready to go. It runs like a top, so we're just waiting on parts at this point. Once those parts come in, we will start this build. So if you're not subscribed, you're not following along, you won't be able to know until it's all over with and you find the video years later. You may as well just subscribe now. Hit the notification bell. Turn it all on. You know, you want to be kept up to date with this beautifulness. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the flip. We're just waiting on parts. Some of them should be here like October 28th, and some of it between November 8th and December 2nd. So I'm hoping to have this entire build done by January. But like I said, I'm going to be trying to drop release videos as we go, making a whole series about how to do this. And then like I said, once we get one completed version that works good, We're going to take it to the fabrication guys and let them design the parts that I know need to be designed so you guys can just install them easily and then just slap the track kit on there, put on a few bolts, and you're ready to go yourself without having to go through this entire process. I will take that for the team. You guys, hopefully by the end of this, will have a very simple, easy to install kit. That's what I'm trying to offer you. All right, guys, catch you on the flip. Toodles.